Hi everyone, it's Raina. So this was a video I never thought I'd have to make, and I'm doing so because I want to finally address what is going on and try to be proactive about it, if you can understand where I'm coming from. I can't tell you exactly how long it's been because time seems like it is speeding up and days, go by very quickly. But in the last, I would say, couple of months, as I have looked at my analytics, my number of subscribers has dropped to a degree that I have never seen before. And so typically in a good month, I can expect to get about maybe 1,000 subscribers a month or 1,200. Now, granted, I have been doing this for 4 years, putting up astrology and tarot videos specifically. But I had my channel for years before that under the name Lemurian Chick. And in those years that I had the channel before actually making videos, I made comments, and I am a very opinionated person, and I am very passionate about my beliefs. Some of my beliefs are not necessarily that popular, and I believe that this is a reason for what has been happening. But when I started making videos, I did have a period of time where I was just experimenting with learning how to even make videos, and I hadn't really started doing what I'm doing now. I have just celebrated 4 years since May of making specifically astrology and tarot reading videos. And of course, some of you also know that I have a business associated with this channel. And that business is dependent upon traffic, and that comes in the form of views. Now, I have been content to growing my channel organically and even moderately. In other words, I have noticed a basic pattern over the years of how my subscriber count has grown, and it has never been too crazy. It has always been pretty, there have been some hot periods, there have been some kind of like down periods, but the down periods would be maybe 400 subscribers or 500 subscribers versus 1,000. So it's like half, or 700 versus 1,000. But last 28 days, according to my analytics, I have had 80 something subscribers. So we're talking about a very precipitous drop. Somewhere in the last month, I was using a different account on some other channel and outing people that I believed and still believe were shills. I am pretty obsessed with outing shills because I do believe that a fair number of people who comment on videos negatively are not just garden variety trolls, that they are sent to create mayhem wherever they are sent to, and they are paid for it. And I have called them out, and I have been smart enough since I changed my name. I did change it to Raina Moon Astrology temporarily because I thought maybe that was going to help my viewer count. And when it didn't seem to help, and it seemed like I was getting even less subscribers, I recently, in the last couple of days, have changed it back to Lemurian Chick. So I had other accounts that somehow connected me to my main channel. I was being careless, I guess. And the people outed me, and they said, "Oh, you're Lemurian Chick." And and that kind of startled me because some people may have the ability to look up personal information. And remember, too, that we don't know who these people are. They could work for Google for all I know. The point is that there's a lot of disinfo going around in different areas of life. And I'm not sorry for anything that I have said, because I know that I'm on the right side of history. But it is affecting me in terms of being able to grow my channel, even in a moderate sort of way, and to have my sustainable business. So the reason I'm making this video is that I'd like to ask a couple of favors of you. If you're somebody who likes my work, would you please consider subscribing to a new channel that I've created below called Star Alchemy 111. And the reason for this is because a lot of people in different genres have backup channels. And it's not so much even worrying about my videos getting taken down, but I may have to start something new. And because of the new rules with YouTube, you have to have a certain amount of views before you can even be monetized now. Before, anybody who joined could attach their bank account and, hey, if their video takes off, they get paid. Now you have to jump through a bunch of hoops. I want to ask you all a question. Why would a company do that? Why wouldn't a company want breakout stars? There's a very good reason for that. And there's probably more than one reason. It doesn't make any sense business-wise. We all know that. So there must be another reason. Remember that YouTube was not started by Google. They bought it out. So if you're somebody who follows current events, you may have heard about a lot of people who have gotten demonetized, have their channels taken down. And if you look at who's getting that done, there's a very clear pattern of how, the type of videos that are getting taken down and why. And this is dangerous to democracy. We have to be able to have a well-rounded exploration of ideas. If we don't, it's fascism, really. And so, you think about totalitarian systems that try to control information. Here I am in the United States. I never thought I'd see the day, but it's here for sure. And so all of us have to do our part to support those who are outside of the mainstream media, the mainstream entertainment. And the reason that we have to do this is not just to be cool and to be alternative. It's because what they are promoting is by and large against our best interests, in my opinion. Maybe you disagree with me, and if you do, that's perfectly fine. But the way that you can help me is by subscribing to this channel, so that I haven't made any content yet. I just slapped together a channel, so that when I do, I will at least have some people that I can count on for views, because otherwise there's every chance that we'll sink like a stone. The other thing that you can do, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing if you like my content. That's always a given. I'm not asking anyone to subscribe who thinks otherwise. I have never said to anybody to subscribe to my channel or to like my videos. And also, when I put out a video, if you like the content, to like it. The reason is I didn't realize that fit into the algorithms. I was totally naive about all of that. And I always wondered, why are people asking other people to like their Facebook page, their YouTube channel? I mean, people should, allow viewers to like what they choose to like and not dictate to them. And I've always really believed that until recently, when algorithms by YouTube have come under scrutiny. You may have recently noticed that you have been recommended videos that are quite odd, that you had no interest in, that you did not click on, because most of you probably have connected the dots, and you know that the type of videos that you watch beget more recommendations in those genres. And I don't know how long ago it was, probably within the last 6 months, all of a sudden I was getting recommended videos that were really kind of like salacious, like people walking in and other people cheating, kind of like a dark energy, but also very, like kind of like sinister, dark, but also very like the kind of things that people might end up wanting to watch more of, just because, people sometimes watch train wrecks. So the point is that these videos started going viral, and people would say, whoa, wait a second. This video came out 2 years ago. Why is it suddenly, going viral now? And why is everybody commenting in the last hour? I know that a lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. It seems to have slowed down. I haven't seen the same kind of recommendations lately. I think they've kind of like become more what they used to be, because I think it was wildly unpopular. People were, very suspicious of it, or just befuddled. And so perhaps I read somewhere that they wanted to expand people's scope by showing them things that they normally were not into. I'm not quite sure if that's the whole story. And so anyway, the reason I'm writing this is because, what am I talking about? The reason I'm saying this to you is because I'm concerned. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm the kind of person that I don't ask anybody for anything if I can avoid it. And hopefully you can appreciate my sincerity with that. And again, I only want it from people who feel a genuine desire to do it. If you don't want to subscribe to this channel or my new channel, that's up to you. And I respect that. I really do. The other thing I want to let you know is that until July 2nd, I'm offering 17% off of all of my readings across the board. And the coupon code is FREEDOM17. Freedom is in all caps, because this is about freedom. And even if you don't agree with some of the people who are getting kicked off of YouTube, I still would remind you that we have to have freedom of speech. This is not debatable. This is very, very important. We're going into another presidential election cycle in the United States, believe it or not. It seems like we never stopped. And I believe that this is ratcheting up because of that, because the people who are really becoming under scrutiny right now, who have been the ones meddling in our elections, including the one in 2016 in the United States, they are now under fire and under the microscope. And in this interim period, before everything comes down, and who knows, maybe this will be, I feel like this is really at fever pitch now. I'm recording this the day before the full moon in Sagittarius. My sun sign is within 3 degrees of this full moon. So things are coming to a head. We have the solstice coming up. We have July's eclipses coming up. 2 new moons in July. So there's a lot that is coming up for us. And it could be reflected in the outer world in terms of events that you hear about. And this is not about the United States. This is about the globe. And people are waking up. And they are becoming much more interested in deciding things for themselves and not having people tell them how to think. And this is dangerous to those who want to control us. So without trying to be overly dramatic, I just wanted to touch base with you, and I wish you all a wonderful full moon in Sagittarius. Let the games begin. Take care. Bye.